morning and welcome to JHS Weekly. I'm Kitty Derry.
And I'm Jameson Lane.
Several hundred students packed Main Street in Joplin to celebrate homecoming.
JHS Natalie Hamelsbach was there and takes us a look at the celebration.
The annual homecoming parade made a return after it was canceled back in 2020 due to COVID. Dr. Stephen Gilbreth is the high school principal and says he's glad it's back.
I think everybody had a great time. The floats were incredible. It was just a great celebration for Joplin High School and the community of Joplin.
Several teachers walked with their students in the parade. Zachary Loving teaches choir, and he also is happy the parade is back.
I enjoyed that it happened because, last year we didn't get to do it, and my first year as a teacher here, we did get to, so I'm glad it made a comeback.
The homecoming parade begins on 1st Street and goes until 7th Street in downtown Joplin.
I think it's a celebration that brings the community of Joplin High School together. And it's sort of all about, what are we all about? We're being the greatest high school in the universe.
There was everything from the swim team to the cartoonist club to the cheerleaders.
Kind of fun and a little awkward because everyone feels like you're looking at, me, but you just smile and wave, and it was a lot of fun. The kids had a good time.
The tradition will continue for many years to come.
I would like to do the exact same thing just like we did this year.
Next year will be the 3rd homecoming parade, and Dr. G hopes to do this year's parade all over since it was such a success. Reporting for JHD, this is Natalie Hamelsbach.
Winning is nothing new to the Joplin football these past few years.
And being ranked 6th in state does not come easy. The new coaching staff gives us a look at their secret to success. 7 weeks into Friday Night Lights, and our Eagles have been coming out on top. Senior Gunnar Price says there's a mentality when they hit the field.
Coaches are preaching day in, day out that we want to be a championship team. We're playing for a ring, so that's how we've been practicing. We're all having fun. It's been a good time.
New faces have been introduced to the football team, including offensive coordinator Coach Hewitt. He tells us the people around him make his job a bit easier.
Well, I'm the offensive coordinator, so I call the plays on Friday night, so that kind of comes with a little bit of criticism at times and praise at other times, but I do know a lot of times my job's really easy because I've got a really good group of kids that I can coach, and I've got a really good group of coaches that I coach with offensively.
From being a part of a program in Kansas City, Coach Hewitt brings a different perspective and new ideas towards play calling.
So my goal was, coming from another pretty successful program in Kansas City, was to bring some of the ideas that we use there, tie them into kind of what Coach Towdy and Coach Jasper have done prior to me getting here, and then kind of making a perfect recipe of what worked well for them in years past and what's worked well for me. So far, it's worked out pretty well for us.
Head coach Curtis Jasper knew exactly what to look for when hiring Hewitt in his new position.
We had to have the right fit, and honestly, it had to be someone who cared about the players as people first. So it had to be someone that had that at the forefront, and also had to be someone very knowledgeable and very good at their profession, and Coach Hewitt is absolutely that.
When it comes to winning games, the coaches can only do so much. Jasper says how his players have grown and set the tone early in the offseason.
I think we learned a lot of lessons last year. We had kind of a roller coaster season, and so there were a lot of things that these juniors and sophomores saw that they wanted to improve on, and that was the focus of the offseason and the offseason goals and how they wanted to set up their structure of accountability for this year.
Friday Night Lights are all about that high school experience you don't want to miss. The next home game will be against Neosho October 22nd. Reporting for JHD, this is Kennedy Derry.
This golf club is meeting every 2nd and 4th Monday of the month in the front of the PAC. If you like standing outside and throwing things, then this club is for you.
Both beginner and advanced players are welcome. If you don't have your own disc, the club has plenty that you can borrow. The next meeting will be Monday the 25th.
Every year, Joplin High School welcomes many foreign exchange students.
JHD's Gia Jordan shows us a few of them who are calling Joplin their special home.
Emma Langer is from Germany, and this year she's staying in Joplin. She says that there's already one thing that she loves.
I like the food. I like American food, yeah. That's probably the best part here.
But there is a bit of a culture shock.
Okay, so, it's good, but also kind of weird. In the beginning, everything is new, and you just think like, oh, that's so awesome. And then as soon as you kind of get into it, you see it's not always that awesome, and it's sometimes different and weird. But in general, I like it.
Seth Wolf-Schorndl teaches art at the high school and is a host parent. He says it's awesome.
It's great because there's always these assumptions we all just have about whatever country, you know, and it's fun to see which of those are just totally wrong and which of those are kind of right, you know, like, and we just get a lot of cultural education, obviously. Everything from language to food. Food is a big thing. And just even other cultural differences and how we handle different things.
And there's more students this year from around the globe. There's Lucian Gebauer, also from Germany, Eugenia Morselli from Italy, and Polina Lebedeva from Ukraine. And the students say that there are some differences between teachers overseas and here.
The teachers are more like maybe a little more funny, and they are there for you. They understand you if you can't do your homework or you can take a test and stuff, and they can help you.
That's not the only difference they've experienced.
I've been taught a phrase that it's not better, it's not worse, it's just different. And that's how I've been feeling all this time, because sometimes it gets hard because I feel like I miss the feeling of being understood and like not having to like just speaking in my native language and people understanding me all the time. But at the same time, it's also an experience, and I know that I'm going to miss it when I come back.
And Lucy Gebauer says she's enjoying having so many sports available in Joplin as opposed to Germany.
I did tennis, but I couldn't really go to the matches because you had to have practices, but nothing else.
The students are here until June, so if you see them in the halls, welcome them to Joplin.
Oh boy.
Reporting in Joplin, this is Gia Jordan.
NHS National Honor Society has a meeting on Wednesday, October 20th, 7:45 a.m. at the Talon Room / Black Box Theater.
Please be prompt as we will start information at 7:45 a.m. The last opportunity to pay your dues. If you need to pay your dues, please be there at 7:30 a.m. It takes a lot of work to put on a play. I messed up.
Theaters. She meant theaters, guys. Student is completed in the play Little Women. JHD Chance Bailey takes a look behind the scene to see who helped make the project come together.
Senior Tucker Wilson is hard at work helping make some Little Women look good. He's helping build the set for the Little Women play.
I go and I measure out what I need, like 2x4s, 4x4s, 4x6, plywood, and then I measure it out, I cut it, then I'll put it together.
He works before and during school to make these sets, and he's been doing it for quite some time.
Freshman and sophomore year, I worked on all the shows for those years, and then junior year, I wasn't there online. But I'm going to be helping with every other show this year, so like at least 6 shows.
But there's a show that he'll never forget.
My favorite show that I've helped with was definitely Grease.
Lily Sorrell is also a senior at Joplin High School and has a lot of different jobs.
I paint a lot of the walls, the doors. I screw on the walls and I screw on the boards connecting the walls.
They've been working on the sets for months, mostly after school.
It went very fast, and they actually, a lot of their practices after school was to help with their lines. So we started on the set a little bit later.
And there are more sets to be built because their next production is Alice in Wonderland. Reporting for JHD, this is Chance Bailey.
If you have ever dropped your laptop, stepped on it, or even thrown it in a lake, the department has heard it all.
Wow, I mean, JHD's Darren
Zusiak
takes us to the tech guys to see some of the weirder problems they've solved with technology.
Mike McAllister has seen a lot on the job, and he's a technology specialist for Joplin High School. That means that he fixes a lot of problems.
It really depends on what happens, I guess. For instance, I had a device come in today that was just cracked right down the middle, and it was stated that a student had accidentally stepped on it.
I actually found that student, and it's in Logan in testimony. So what's this side of the story?
So funny story, actually. It was later in the night, and I had just my backpack on my floor, and I was not paying attention, and I ended up stepping on it and just shattering the screen on it.
Maddie Hendricks also has a unique story about breaking her laptop. This one involved water.
I was at the lake with my little sister and my best friend, and I dropped it in a puddle. It wasn't a puddle, it was the At first it was working just fine, and then like it wouldn't turn on after it died. So I'm pretty sure they just plugged it in for like 4 or 5 hours and it started charging.
Along with dealing with students breaking tech, the tech guys like Mike also make the classes run smoothly with technology. David Smith teaches audio and film at Franklin Technology Center, and he is thankful for the tech department.
Yeah, the tech department's been a big help to us. All of my students need to use the Adobe Creative Cloud, such as Adobe Audition and Premiere and some of those programs. And at the beginning of the year, we had a hard time getting everybody into those programs. And so the tech guys were very good at coming down and getting everyone set up. And now we're able to get in, and it's no problem.
So the next time your tech is on the fritz, the odds are good the tech guys will get it up and running. Reporting for JHD, this is Darren Zustiak.
Stand by. This has been JHS Weekly.
It's been a very long week, but thank you so much for watching.
You